Welcome back to the Deep Dive, listeners. We're going deep on medical transcription today.
A great field to explore.
We got a ton of requests from you all about this one, actually. Seems like a lot of you are interested in a career in medical transcription.
Yeah, it's really growing.
So we dug up articles, resources, all that good stuff to get you the inside scoop.
Should give everybody a really clear picture.
For those of you thinking about becoming a medical transcriptionist or maybe prepping for an interview, even if you're just curious, you're in the right place. Get ready for some aha moments.
Definitely some good stuff to unpack.
So when I hear medical transcriptionist, I'll be honest, I picture someone like glued to a keyboard typing like crazy.
A classic image, right?
Headphones on, just going to town. But I'm guessing there's more to it than that.
Oh, absolutely. It's so much more than just speed typing. Think about it. A doctor's just finished examining a patient. They're dictating their notes, findings, maybe even a diagnosis. All those details, right?
Makes sense.
And that audio, that's the raw material. A medical transcriptionist takes that recording and turns it into a clear, accurate medical report.
So kind of like translating.
In a way, yes. You're deciphering medical jargon, making sure everything is accurate, and formatting it according to specific guidelines.
Wow, so it's like a specialized form of translation, only the stakes are way higher.
Exactly. We're talking about someone's health here. A tiny error, like a misplaced decimal point or misinterpreted term, could have serious consequences.
It's a huge responsibility.
Huge.
Yeah.
But that's also what makes it so rewarding. You're playing a vital role in patient care.
That's incredible when you think about it that way. Okay, so can you break down a typical day for us? What does a medical transcriptionist actually do?
Well, you got your headphones, like you mentioned. You're listening to dictations from all sorts of healthcare professionals, doctors, nurses, specialists.
I bet they all have their own quirks.
Oh, absolutely. Accents, speaking styles, you name it. And you're not just typing it verbatim. You need to understand the context, use medical dictionaries and software to ensure accuracy, the whole 9 yards.
That's like a mental workout.
It definitely keeps you on your toes. And on top of that, you have technology constantly changing things up. Speech recognition software, artificial intelligence, it's all transforming the field of medical transcription.
So not only do you need to keep up with the latest medical advancements, but also the tech that's shaping the profession itself.
Exactly. A few years back, voice recognition software was pretty unreliable, especially with all the complex medical terms. But now, you've got AI-powered software that can transcribe even the most nuanced medical language with amazing accuracy.
Wow, so it's really a blend of skills, isn't it?
Yeah.
Medical knowledge, language, tech skills, that's where those certifications come in, right? To kind of show you can handle it all.
You got it. They're really important for demonstrating expertise.
So tell us more about that. What are some of the certifications aspiring transcriptionists should be aware of?
Well, there's the CMT. That stands for Certified Medical Transcriptionist.
Okay, that one makes sense.
Right. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And then you've got the RHDS, Registered Healthcare Documentation Specialist.
So those are really the gold standard.
Pretty much. And these aren't just, participation trophies. These certifications mean serious business.
Yeah, I bet. You don't just walk in and get handed one. What do you actually have to do to earn those credentials?
You're talking rigorous exams, covering all sorts of medical specialties, anatomy, physiology, you name it. They really test your knowledge.
Makes sense, though. You're dealing with people's health, after all. You got to know your stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think for employers, especially in a field like this, seeing those certifications, it's like a signal. It tells them you're serious, that you've gone the extra mile.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've talked about the skills, the tech, the certifications, but what about the day-to-day reality? What are some of the, let's say, less glamorous aspects of being a medical transcriptionist? What are the challenges?
Well, let's be real. It can be repetitive.
I can see that.
You're listening to similar dictations day in and day out, transcribing the same types of reports. And that can be tough, especially if you're someone who thrives on, constant variety.
Yeah, you got to be okay with the routine.
Exactly. And because accuracy is so critical, it demands a lot of mental focus. You're constantly checking your work, making sure there are no errors, no typos, nothing that could potentially impact patient care.
So it's not a job where you can just zone out. You really got to be present. It does sound intense, for sure, but I imagine there are some major perks too, right? What are the upsides of a career in medical transcription?
Oh, definitely. For one, the flexibility is amazing.
Really? Tell me more about that.
Well, with so many people working remotely these days, medical transcriptionists often have the freedom to work from anywhere.
So no more rush hour traffic. That's a win already.
Yeah.
What else? What other perks are we talking about?
Well, job security is a big one. Healthcare is always growing, so skilled medical transcriptionists are in high demand.
That makes sense. So you're not likely to be out of job anytime soon. But what about moving up in your career? What does that look like in the medical transcription world?
Lots of room for growth, actually. You might start as an entry-level transcriptionist, focusing on speed and accuracy, but as you gain experience, you can specialize in a particular medical field.
Oh, interesting. So, like, you could become the go-to person for, say, cardiology reports or something.
Exactly, or radiology, oncology, whatever interests you. And that opens up even more doors. You can move into quality assurance, training new transcriptionists, even explore medical coding or healthcare administration.
Wait, seriously, from transcription to administration, how does that work?
It's a natural progression, believe it or not. Think about it. You're developing a deep understanding of medical terminology, procedures, the whole 9 yards. That's valuable knowledge in other areas of healthcare.
I never would have made that connection. Okay, so say someone's listening to this and thinking, sign me up. What advice would you give them? How do they actually get started in this field?
I always tell people focus on two things, education and networking.
Makes sense. So where do you even begin with the education part?
There are tons of great online courses and certificate programs out there. Look for ones that cover medical terminology, anatomy, and the technical aspects of transcription.
And networking, I guess that's more than just updating your LinkedIn profile, right?
Right. Join online forums, attend webinars, see if there are any local medical transcriptionist groups you can connect with.
So much good advice. This deep dive has been truly eye-opening. I feel like we've barely scratched the surface of this fascinating field.
It's been fun, and
Right.
I hope it's encouraged listeners to explore the possibilities.
It certainly has for me. And you know what? I think this deep dive has given us all a lot to think about. So to our listeners out there, here's a question to ponder. What if you could combine your love of language with a passion for healthcare? Maybe a career in medical transcription is the perfect fit. That's all the time we have for today, folks. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.